This is a movie.
Keep repeating. It's only a movie. Only a movie. Only a movie.
I love movies. Gosh, I love movies.
Listen to the Matt and Mark Movie Show.
Mark, I want to welcome you back to the States, and I'm not alone. I want to welcome you back with this guy.
I was watching the podcast.
Me and that guy welcoming you back from your Turkey travels, Mark. Welcome back
Thank you.
to America.
It's good to be back and not in a Turkish prison cell.
Welcome back. Okay, so let's do this. I wanted to just welcome Mark back because it had been a couple weeks. We are back. I want to tell everybody this is the Matt and Mark Movie Show, and we're here to review this week Predator Badlands, and we have a special guest, a friend of the show here to walk into the Badlands with us. You've all heard him before, Patrick M. Welcome back to the show, man.
Thank you very much.
Welcome back.
Yeah, glad to be back.
So the cool thing about Patrick M is before we do our Predator Badlands review, you know how we do. If you want the Predator Badlands review, you want to scrub ahead, I'll put the time code in the show notes. But don't do it because you're gonna miss some good shit. Like, we're gonna interview Patrick M. We call you Patrick M on this show, but like, I mean, you're an actor now in a movie. Should we use your full name? Should we tell
Yeah,
people?
go ahead.
Okay.
I give you full permission.
Our guest tonight is Patrick McGrat, and he is is it fair to call you the star of the movie? You're like front and center on the poster.
Yeah, I'm one of 5 main characters in the story. Yeah.
There we go. Patrick McGrath, one of the main characters of the new movie Church of Phil. And he happens to be a friend of the show, and he's been with us for a really long time, and we're very excited. We're always excited, A, when our friends come back to the show, and B, we're excited when those friends make movies. So we wanted to have him on to discuss the movie and just kind of quickly chat about what's going on with him and Church of Phil. Patrick McGrath. It's so strange to say both of your names. I'm so used to calling you Patrick M.
Patrick M is a holdover from the video death ray days.
That's right.
That's how I introduced that's how I signed off on emails back then, because like I don't know if we're supposed to dox ourselves online back in 2010. So
Right.
that's how that's how I started interacting with you in this. Also, like to remind you, hey, remember me, blah 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 blah. But yeah, Patrick McGrath. Yeah.
Very Casey Kasem to just go for the last initial. And we're talking tonight to Patrick M. He's got a little bit of a dedication. Patrick, let us be one of many, I'm sure, who have said this to you, but congrats on the movie.
Yeah, congrats.
That's huge. Again, the movie is called Church of
Best
Phil.
actor?
Yes. Oh, right. Didn't you win an award for this?
Yeah, I've now I won Best Actor at the Indie Vegas Film Festival, which happened I think earlier this March or earlier in June, and just recently I was nominated for Best Actor with the Shockfest Film Festival, which is happening in Las Vegas this week.
Kick
Oh, wow.
ass.
Congrats. That's awesome.
So tell us about Church of Phil and how/when our listeners can see it.
Yeah, I'll tell you a summary for Church of Phil without giving away any spoilers. So a mild-mannered movie theater maintenance worker, played by me, called Phil, and a jaded movie theater attendant worker named Lily, played by Desiree Manley. We go out on our first date together, and it goes pretty well. Our second date together, somehow we establish a cult by accident.
Nice. Okay.
Ta-da!
Holy shit. Wait, so is it fair to call it, is it a horror comedy?
It's a dark comedy.
Dark comedy,
that
got
does play with the tropes of horror films.
Okay, so this sounds like it would be right. I'm definitely intrigued, and it feels like it would be right up our listeners' alleys. Like, I feel like this fits right in. I mean, literally one of the things that we love on this show are comedies that are fucked up, are comedies that go there. So I feel like people would be interested in checking this out. How did you? Well, one question I had, and because I've known that you were an actor. You obviously have a great voice. I've told you this before on the show. I have never told any other guest, "Hey, you have a great voice." By the way, you can fucking
One
quote
of the
me.
best voices.
Go back to the backlog. The only time I've said it, I believe, was whatever Jurassic movie we covered with you, and I was like, "This fucking guy has a great voice."
Awesome. Thank you. I spent a lot of time working on it.
But how? That was my question because I was like, okay, I figured here you're like a performer. I know you do sketch comedy. How did you come to be
Improv comedy,
involved in? Okay, yeah, improv comedy. My bad. How did you come to be involved in Church of Phil? Like, were you part of the creative team, or is it the kind of thing where like a friend brings a script to you and you're like, okay, I'm going to be in this movie?
Both, yes. So I'm also a producer on the movie.
Shit. Oh, okay.
Yeah, which at the backyard level independent production status that we are at, that means I was actually doing 7 other production positions, and the director, who is also our writer and our editor, is also a producer, and the cinematographer.
Damn.
Oh, wow.
Got to wear a
So-
lot of hats in indie film for sure.
Lots of hats in indie film. That's right. This writer, director, editor, producer, cinematographer friend, his name is Derwin Delita. He and I are old high school buddies.
Cool.
We were part of a comedy group that we called ourselves the Knits back in high school, and we made shorts even back then, and we attempted to make a feature back then. And then we stayed together making other shorts, and we formed a band called Death to Polly Shore. That's Death to Polly Shore. And we made music videos for that band. We performed a few small local gigs in Death to Polly Shore. And one of our many nights over the past 25 years, killing time together, we were watching not a music video. That's what he says sometimes. We were watching a live recording of the British rocker Arthur Brown perform his famous song "Fire," which you may not have heard of it, but it has a really famous lead-in. There's a quote at the beginning of the song. It's just him screaming, "I am the god of hellfire, and I bring you." And then this crazy organ kicks in, and the band starts playing. He says, "Fire, I bring you to burn." So. In the live recordings, his live performances, he would wear a crown with candles on it that were lit, and he wears this crazy flowing robe, and he would dance around and sing and shout and growl and snarl, and we loved watching this guy. We loved watching crazy stuff like that. Still do. Derwin and I specifically, we were watching this. We hadn't seen it before. I had heard of this song for a long time, and I finally said, "Oh, let's look this up and find out what's going on." So we watch Arthur Brown sing and dance and shout, and we think, like, in reality, if you're not performing a song for a group of people, what would it take for someone to do this in real life? Like, what if someone just started doing this in real life? And that's the essence.
That was the genesis of the movie.
That's the genesis.
That's
of the
fucking
movie.
crazy. That's amazing. Also, I love that because that was literally my next question, which was how this movie was born. Or as Mark and I like to say when you go to any shitty Q&A, where do the ideas come from?
How do you think of your ideas? Yeah.
How do you get your ideas? I think there was an amazing quote by I know he's not okay now, but Neil Gaiman. Sorry, everybody. Sorry. Neil Gaiman did have a great quote for this. Somebody asked him that for like probably the umpteenth time, and he was like, "I go to the idea store and I buy them." I thought, fucking brilliant.
Perfect.
And then years later, he diddled some people he shouldn't have. I know that indie filmmaking can be nuts. No pun intended there. Sorry. It's the way it's worded on my card. It's literally worded that way. I know indie filmmaking can be nuts. Any good stories from the making of Church of Phil? Like, I'm imagining, is it a smaller guerrilla production? Are you zipping off shots really quick while a guy's like a lookout on the corner?
You're thinking of like the scene in Ed Wood where they spot the cops around the corner. We don't have a permit. Run.
Yes, totally. Totally. I literally thought of you. I thought of Bowfinger the other day, and I was like, I wonder if this is like the scene. They're like, hurry up, we got to get the parking garage scene. I love that movie. Yeah.
I love Bowfinger. And Ed Wood. Yeah, there are so many stories. Oh gosh. I should have been prepared for this. I can say
it's rare that I'm prepared and the guest is not. I'm usually the least prepared on the show. Dude,
people want to hear interesting.
I knew
things
we
about
had
the
a
production.
movie actor on the show, and I was like, I need to get some fucking questions together. This is not a joke.
But yeah, there. Oh boy. Okay, well, just to get things started, we were recording in a movie theater that was. It started out at the end of the pandemic that they were only open on weekends, and so we would be able to record in there like Monday through Wednesday, meaning like okay, Thursday they're going to start opening it up, and then it got to the point where the movie theater did open up fully, and they were having screenings all throughout the week. So we would be in there in the lobby trying to stay out of the way of the patrons while we were bringing equipment into the theater in a nondescript as much as possible way. And so a lot of the movie is shot at this one theater in local city of Ventura. And it would get to the point where we would have to wait out for the last screening to end, for the last patrons to leave. And then like a race car flag would start. As soon as say 10 p.m. or 9:45 would begin and the last patron would leave, we would start setting up lights and setting up the camera and getting further into costume and getting more people into position. That happened for like 6 months or so.
Wow.
That's how a lot of our shots were done, waiting on the time of the location to open up.
I'm imagining for some reason my mind goes to like, it's the day we're going to shoot the nude scene. And it's also like a Sunday matinee crowd who are there to see Bad Guys 2. And then they catch a glimpse of like a man ass as a guy's crossing the hallway. Like an Exorcist 3 nurse, just a naked guy zips out. And kids are like, oh shit.
Luckily, we were never put in that position in the public. There's at least one specific scene where they are insinuating that some sexual situation is going to happen. That happened away from where the public is.
Nice.
But yeah,
it happened at screenings of Christie by Sydney Sweeney. No one's there. You could shoot any sex scene you want there. Any sex scene.
We had we took our time making the movie. Production lasted over the course of a year and a half, and it was mostly on weekends and at nights. And we had a lot of exclusive, sensitive access to this one theater in Ventura, and then in another local town in Camarillo, we had access to a theater owned by the same chain that was completely out of business. So we were able to shoot things in there that made the movie 10 times more special if it were set in any other location.
Because then you could really fuck shit up, right? Because it's not an open place of business. You could get crazy. Squids going off. Shit.
Did you blow up the theater?
Yeah.
No, it was the setting made it special. We still had to maintain the structural integrity because the people are still trying to sell that building, the one in Camarillo. They're still trying to sell, and we did leave one a really big puddle of fake blood on the ground, but that's only because we cleaned it up by hand and didn't really get a mop out to clean it up properly.
That's awesome. So now they're going to be like, did a murder occur here?
What's going on?
Yeah, it sounds like a crime scene.
In here. We got to really look in this place.
The guy's like, they were the best tenants. They were great for like 6 months. And then I came one day and there was a red puddle in the middle of the floor.
And all the speakers turned on and a voice said, "Get out."
I love it. I have to ask you, what's next for the movie? Like, what's next for Church of Phil? Are there plans? You know, we love physical media on the show. Are there plans to make a disc, a DVD, a Blu-ray release, anything like that?
From your lips to God's ears, I certainly hope so.
Fuck yeah,
We
man.
are still finishing up our festival run. Like I said, we're going to be at the Shockfest. Exit Strategy is the specific name of this film festival that we're in, and that is happening in Las Vegas this Thursday and this Friday.
Nice.
And then unofficially, this has not been announced or confirmed yet. We're going to be in another film festival happening in December, and that may have a screening in Glendale for us.
Kick ass.
We are open to distributors to make an offer or to pick us up and put us on a streaming platform, or if they have the time and the resources, of course, we would certainly love to see a Blu-ray pressing of this somewhere.
Dude,
But,
go to Tubi, man. Tubi will put. I mean, you have a good movie that's won awards at screening places, dude. Have you seen some of these movies on Tubi, like Lesbian Santa and all that? You could get a movie on there easily, dude. You could
ho
get that.
ho ho!
Yeah, dude, you could get your movie on Tubi. I'm willing to bet quite easily, and rake in some of that fast cash, that free advertising, streaming cash.
It may very well get there, and we would be happy for the audience.
Fuck yeah! And also, what's
Or
next
maybe
for
we'll
you?
see you on Netflix.
Yeah, dude. What if you pop up? What if you guys get a fucking Netflix deal or something out of this? We'll be like, once upon a time, we had that guy on our show. Go listen to that episode.
Exactly. Listen to that episode, and now he doesn't come on the show anymore.
And now no more show for him.
And now you can't hide. No, I would. It
Dude,
would
I'm
take
hoping-
a lot.
I'm
Cameo
hoping
for
to
you?
use you as the springboard, right? Like we, serious actors on our show. Next, it'll be Kevin Smith. Then I can start to work my way up the ladder. We'll bring in other guests. I'll really have to work on the interview portion of the show.
I would be happy for someone to ride my coattails for once.
Well, there you go. Patrick McGrath, our friend of the show. I wanted to have him on to talk about his new movie, Church of Phil. If it's playing near you at any of these festivals, do go seek it out. The guy's winning awards for his performance. He's fucking great on the show. I'm imagining he's even better in the movie. I can't wait to see this thing. So, congrats again, man. Thanks for
Thank you.
coming
I
on
can
and
tell
talk
you
about
one
it.
last thing.
Congrats.
Shockfest Adventure, which is hosting the physical film festival in Las Vegas this week. They have a tutorial website that they have commandeered for a online film festival.
Oh,
We are still available there,
oh,
and those are the links that I've sent both of you.
yes.
It is still available through the end of November.
Oh shit. Okay, so we
Yeah.
got time. Maybe you'll hear us
It's
mention it on a future Rex.
Yeah, exactly. I hope
The
so.
Rex.
It is certainly not cheap, and it is not quick or intuitive to use. But if you're willing to pay maybe $30-$50, that's what they're charging, you will get a series of emails that tell you how you can access.
You
I'm
will
not joking.
sign up for a series of programs that you have to do to complete a certain amount of hours so that you can watch the movie.
So that you can watch Church of Phil, but you also have access to everything else that they have at the film festival.
No, that's
So
pretty cool.
if you're
That's pretty cool.
a very curious mind and you have time, you can watch a bunch of other really fun, exciting, unpredictable stuff, including Church of Phil, which will be in the comedy category. It's 2 hours long.
Boom.
It's available there until the end of November.
Yes, and go check it out. Also, by the way, go look at Church of Phil on IMDb. They have a poster. They're a
Yeah.
legit movie. It's very
Yeah.
cool. We're very excited to have you on.
It's on IMDb. We are very proud of our Instagram page also, which is instagram.com/Church of Phil Movie.
Damn, there you go.
Yeah.
So from the Badlands of indie filmmaking, I take you now to the Badlands of outer space in Predator Badlands. But first, before we do any of that crap, let me hit this. You know, we do on the show. The movie is brand new. We were probably going to be spoiling Predator Badlands. If you don't want the movie spoiled, do see yourself out. Thanks for hanging out. Remember to go check out Church of
Yeah.
Phil.
Good night, everybody.
And let me do this too before we get there.
I was watching the podcast.
Thank you, sir. Some quick housekeeping. I'm back on TikTok. Go find me there. Link in the show notes. We are on YouTube. Like and subscribe to the show there. I also want to say, I got a full HHN video up.
Oh,
So
awesome.
if you want to see us, break down all the houses, rank the houses from this year with the cool art from each house, Mark and I in 4K, you can go check it out on YouTube. Let me not promise it's in 4K. It might be in Blu-ray quality, but it's definitely high def. It's high def. That is on the YouTube. We would appreciate you liking and subscribing and all that good shit. Voicemail.
Yes, please do.
707-948-6707. Call us, leave us a message. We will play it on the show. And finally, I wanted to remind people, I released a bonus episode last week with the producer in the booth detailing our full trip to Oogie Boogie Bash. So if you're curious about that, you can go and check that shit out.
That's a totally fun episode too.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. I haven't been able to go to Disneyland since 2017 with my wife. And hearing about the Oogie Boogie Bash, it made me think like, well, it's 2027 is going to be 10 years since we were last there. I'm thinking if we go back, it might be for some sort of seasonal celebration like that was.
Dude, you should definitely go. I had a blast at Oogie Boogie Bash. It's so fun. If you want to hear me tell the full stories from Oogie Boogie Bash and more, do go check that episode out. We just dropped it last week. All right, we got Mark back from the Badlands of Turkey. We got Patrick McGrath, star of Church of Phil, from the Badlands of indie filmmaking, and me from the Badlands of my bathroom where I continue to bomb it daily. We're here to talk to you guys about Predator Badlands, which is the new film, the third Predator movie, directed by Dan Trachtenberg. And let me remind everybody, the first one was Prey. The second one was Predator, Killer of Killers. It's an animated movie that's fantastic. We've wrecked it, talked about it on this show. And now we've got Predator Badlands. So that's what we're talking about. Number one movie in the world. I think it made over 80 million globally. So awesome. It's right now the biggest opening weekend in the entire Predator franchise. And soon it is on track, methinks, to outpace Alien vs. Predator, which, funny enough, Mark, is the highest grossing movie in the Predator franchise.
Really?
I thought you would like hearing that, because
that's crazy.
You're like a massive, I like that movie too, but you're like a massive fan of that movie because you love Paul W.S. Anderson. And
also has a Badlands movie up.
Who also has a Badlands? Oh, Jesus Christ, that's right. Is that his fucking Dave Bautista movie?
I think I wrecked it.
I think you're the one person on planet Earth who saw that movie.
I know I haven't.
Dave Bautista himself didn't even see that movie.
I'm in Turkey.
Yeah, he's like, whoops, I'm in Turkey. I can't watch Into the Badlands. Whoops. But yes, and this is something I wanted to talk about because briefly about the connection between this movie and Alien vs. Predator, besides all the obvious things, and besides the financials. This movie has something else in common with Predator Badlands. Alien vs. Predator, I think something people are not realizing. When I texted Mark to say, hey, Mark, you're going to come back to America, and Mark was like, I'm going to see the movie. I'll be on the show. I was very excited. And then I got a little less excited, not because Mark was coming on the show, but because I said, Mark, that would be fucked up. Oh, he's coming.
It can't just be me.
Yeah, I got a little less excited because I was like, Mark, I just looked it up. The movie's PG-13, and Mark and I bitched about it. Mark, you know what else is PG-13? Alien vs. Predator. Yeah. So keep that in mind, people. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. If you thought this movie was going to be a drag because it's PG-13, your favorite fucking Alien Predator movie was also PG-13. They managed to pull it off, so I'll just say that. Okay, I have beat around the bush enough. I'm not going to say yet how I felt about the movie. I'm going to first turn it over to our guest, then I'll turn it over to Marcus. Patrick McGrath, let's start with you. What are your opening thoughts? What'd you think about Predator Badlands?
Opening thoughts, I enjoyed it. I think it ranks pretty high up in the Predator movies for me, and it ranks pretty low in the Alien movies for me. I do consider it in both franchises. I did not enjoy either of the Alien versus Predator movies, so those are at the bottom of my list for those franchises.
Okay, very good. But you enjoyed this one though.
Oh, very much. Yeah,
yes.
It's my it's my fifth favorite Predator movie.
I love that you have them ranked. Wait a minute. Can you rank them real quick for us?
Absolutely. I will read from my Letterboxd list that I have. So number one is the original. Number 2 is Prey. Number 3 is Predator 2.
I love Predator 2 so much.
Yeah, it's so much fun.
Want
It's so
some
goofy.
want some candy? Want some
Yeah.
candy? Okay, sorry.
Number 4 is Predator Killer of Killers.
Woo! Good movie.
Number 5, Predator Badlands.
Hey yo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Totally great. Yeah.
Look at that. Damn. All right, Mark. I have been so curious. Mark and I have not talked or reacted at all. We have been like very weirdly quiet with each other on this movie. I've been dying to know, Mark. Where do you come out on Predator Badlands?
I actually really enjoyed it, and my audience did too. It was like super fun. You know what the crazy thing is? Like the PG-13 thing did kind of like make me nervous, and then at a glance on, you open Google Chrome and just pops up in news articles, and it's like the Disneyfication of the Predator series. And as I went into the movie, I was kind of like, oh no. But you know what? As I was watching, I was like, this movie, if you're talking about it being like less violent, I was like, this movie is plenty violent. There's tons of violence. And if anyone complains about that, it's like, so you want the violence to be your fellow human beings being ripped apart? This movie is like, if you turned some of those characters into humans, would be one of the most violent movies ever. So it passes the violence test. As far as it being like, I actually like that it had a good kind of message, which is sort of like you should be, working together with people, and the predator society sucks, especially for today's day and age. It's kind of nice to see a movie that's like, hey, let's bring people together. And I know the argument would be like, but should this be done under a predator movie? I'm like, yeah, why not? It should be. It's a, you know what? I was also thinking, I like so many dumb movies that are worse than this. This is like one of those, I should just sit back and have fun. And I had a ton of fun with it. I didn't mind that it had the cutesy creature. It was adorable. It had a lot of funny moments. And it's kind of like, yeah, let's take a break from some of these other Predator movies that were more serious. It was like, yeah, bring in some kids. And we had an audience that had a couple teenagers and kids there, and they all enjoyed it and applauded at the right moments. They kept their mouths shut, so they were engaged with the movie, which is a good sign. And then when they get older, they can start exploring the more serious and more actual violent catalog that Predator has to offer. And I actually, like I said, if you sit back and you enjoy it for the ride, it's really good. Here's the one thing I thought was amazing. Like, you forget that alien face is CG, and you start to connect with this alien, which is really cool. The one thing I didn't like is I wish they kept the language not kind of like our languages. I wish it was just kind of like those weird noises from the original Predator. And if anyone complains that they do have a language or that they talk, you shouldn't be complaining, because there's clearly a readout with lettering.
Yeah.
So obviously these things know how to talk. So you shouldn't be upset that they're talking, I enjoyed it. I liked the transitions that they did so you understood the language. I liked all the characters, and I liked that they form this cohesive band at the end. And it was pretty awesome. And the post-credit scene, I'm glad you told me about that, because it sets up another movie, and it's also funny. It's like, that's my mother. I don't know, that's cool. It's a really fun movie. So as much as I may have wanted to hate it as like, I'm a Predator fan from Schwarzenegger, it's like, yeah, well, that period's over. I just have to enjoy it for what it is. And it's a big budget, fun, kind of dumb movie. And it's dumb because, some of the stuff doesn't make sense. Like, for example, she's sort of like the android at the beginning is like, well, you shouldn't leave Bud behind because this character's a friend. But then she kind of contradicts herself and is like, I'm doing this for the company and you should get out of here because I need the specimen. And I was like, okay, that kind of threw things off. But then she makes a little correction at the end, and it kind of brings everything together. It's a really fun movie overall. I really enjoyed it.
I am happy to hear you guys say that, because I really liked this movie a lot. I thought I'm going to tell you, I thought I was going to be the odd man out. I was prepared to be the odd man out because I had read all the outrage shit online, and I love Predator 2. I love me some Predator 2. But and literally Predator 2. I fucking love Predator 2, dude. I'll fuck with Predator
A
2 all night.
great one.
King Willie! I love that shit. Anyway, that movie doesn't get enough love. Hey, Predator Badlands is a lot of fucking fun. For many of the reasons that my co-hosts said, but also I agree with you, Mark, when you said, if you're an old school Predator fan, it's really Predator purists, people who are mad. I mean, you did a Predator movie. Listen, first off, this is a series that's been around for nearly 40 years. And what I like is when series like this that are long in the tooth take risks and do something different, because we've had a lot. We've had our Predators and Predator 2s and Predators and the Predator. We've had many iterations of that same idea. And the one thing that I love about Dan Trachtenberg in these new Predator movies is each time he gives you a different flavor. He's like, you know what? I'm going to make my quote unquote traditional Predator movie, Prey, but it's going to be Native American. It's going to be like different. And, it's about two Predators almost proving themselves for the first time going up against each other. Then I'm going to make basically a living comic book, like the Predator comics. I'm going to make that into a movie. That's going to be the next thing I do. And this time around, and I think you'll be there with me on this, now he makes a buddy movie, and it fucking works. Like, it's a mismatched buddy movie, and it kind of reminded me, and I say that as a compliment, it reminded me of like a 90s action movie where you got two guys, two partners, they should not work together, kind of like a Tango and Cash, and they have to, and it fucking just works. We've got a Predator who they hunt alone, they stand alone, that's their whole deal. And then we've got a synth from Wayland Yutani who's kind of like, by the way, dude, I loved Elle Fanning in this, and I loved her take on synths. Yeah. I love how like ginger and kind of silly she was. It like, you need that brevity, but it was also cool because I think we're used to, especially after Alien Romulus and, just seeing the synths, we see synths a very specific way. And it was cool to see a synth that was like programmed to be very personable. Like, I really liked that. But it just works. The pairing works because he needs to learn that he needs others, that he can't be alone, right? And the synth needs to learn that there are more things outside of the company, i.e., humanity or other life forms, basically connection. That's what she seeks. And you get these two things together, these two beings, these two separate entities, it fucking works. And like Mark said, this thing is filled with violence, dude. I thought it was so genius to be like, how we're going to get around with the PG-13? The blood is going to be purple or black or white or weird fucking colors. And then you don't know what you're looking at. And it looks amazing. But I was like, dude, there are full like spinal column rips in this movie. Like fucking dude, there's vivisections and shit, like violent shit. And it's all working. I never once was like, this movie feels really neutered. The whole time I was like, this movie is fucking insane. By the way, see it big and loud. That should be the advice for every movie, I think. But I got to see this in XD, and the sound design on it was so awesome. I felt like my seat was rumbling. It was so fun. I was talking to our buddy, another guy who's another friend of the show, has been on this show many times, Kevin from The Real For Real. He also saw it. And I was like, dude, didn't it feel a little like a summer blockbuster that happened to be right in the middle of autumn? Like, cool, right? I loved it, man. Totally. I had a blast. I don't know where it would fall in my Predator rankings, but I'll say this might be controversial. Out of the 3 Dan Trachtenberg Predators, I think it's my favorite.
Oh, wow.
I can't believe it. To me, nothing was going to unseat Predator Killer of Killers because I legitimately loved it, and I was a big fan of the Predator comic. So to me, it felt right at home, and I was like, this is the shit. And then I saw this, and I just had such a blast with this dude. So I think it's my favorite of the Trachtenberg Predators. I don't know where I would put, I feel like it would probably be like Predator 2, and then I'd probably put Predator Badlands right underneath those two.
Sure.
That's pretty damn good.
Yeah,
it's
dude.
Fun. I want to speak for a moment on what you say, people grousing about the lack of violence or the different kind of violence. I wouldn't say it felt neutered either, but there was a point near the end when they begin their raid on the Yutani encampment, and we see like multiple of these synthetic workers being killed. It felt to me how Was it in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon? They made the foot soldiers to be robots.
Yes, so they could
Is that
get
where they
away from the
started doing that?
violence. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
exactly right. All the foot soldiers became androids.
Yeah, this felt like that, but not in a cheap way, not in a softened way, but it just felt just as cathartic as it was watching the cartoons or even playing the video games where it was obvious that they were robots, and it
Yes.
felt really fun. It was very cathartic this way.
Fuck yes.
Well,
And I
also, by the
loved
way, that opener was it's actually a pretty dark opener too. He's watching his brother get
Oh,
beheaded
yeah.
in front of
Yeah.
his eyes by his father. So it goes to dark places. So I feel as though people don't have to worry about the serious aspect. It is baked into it from the beginning.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I feel like too, it to me, it does something new, but it also preserves. To me, it preserves the badassery that we've come to expect from the Predator movies. Like when he's figuring out essentially how to build his own Predator tech, like, oh, I'm going to take
was
the
great.
exploding thorn plants and I'm going to tie them to these little things, and then I'm going to make my own face armor. I can't use my brother's helmet. That's his helmet. I'm going to
Yeah.
make my own shit out of it. Like, I thought by the way, his like organic tree armor looked badass.
it was
I was
great.
like,
It was so
that
much
looks way
fun.
cooler than the brother's helmet.
And it was
I-
something really different too. It wasn't
Yes.
just like it's a predator getting another predator's armor. It's
Yes.
like cool. He's got that weird creature on his shoulder, and you actually feel bad for it when it gets fried.
Oh,
yeah,
totally.
I did feel
Totally.
bad for it. Yeah. But isn't that cool to say that, like, in a Predator movie of all things, you feel bad when something dies? I've never had that reaction before in a Predator movie. Like, I'm like, I can't wait to see this kid get his head knocked off, right? Like, now I was feeling bad for, like, fictional animals and creatures, you know? Like, Bud, I loved. And that whole thing was so sweet where he sneezed on him and then he marked him. And that was how the Kalisk recognized him and then, like, left
Right.
him. Like, there were just cool little, like, tribal ideas. Like I kept thinking of tribal coming of age. It reminded me a little of Apocalypto. It's like a movie where a guy has to go out on his own in an unforgiving landscape and he's got to prove himself, and but then, you know, we also get the cool shit of like a synth and all that other stuff. But like, I just loved it, man. All the flavors performed for me. That bit when they're at the Weyland-Yutani encampment, I thought was genius, where she's got the legs walking around. That was such a cool idea. Like that to me
that's
also
great.
felt like something out of like a straight up like a 90s sci-fi movie. I was like, this totally would have been like a Sam Raimi or like a fucking, this would have been one of these moments that we all remember as kids. Like if I saw this movie and I was 10 years old, this would be my favorite movie of all time. I gotta tell you. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Especially when her torso and legs are fighting together.
Yes, that was
It's-
great.
great.
This shit is great. It's
So
super
good.
fun.
They high five where
Yes!
I love
her
that
ankle- her
part.
ankle fan. Yeah, that's hilarious. It was great.
Fuck yes. This was the other mark personally for me where I know I like a movie. I want to go see it again. I haven't had that feeling since Superman, where I was like, I'm going to go to the theater and see this again. I'm seriously considering going to catch this again before it leaves the XD cinema for Running Man.
It is actually a very uplifting experience.
It is, totally.
Considering what it is in, like, you know, the branding of the series. It's actually like, it's not a bleak story, which I really enjoyed. It's like you get to leave the theater feeling like, oh yeah, that's fucking awesome.
Yes, yeah, 100%. Yeah, like you leave, it's a different kind of good time that you normally have with the Predator movies. Like here, it's like uplifting. You're right, and I'm excited. I like, even if what I think is going to happen is, I don't know. Dan Trachtenberg seems to want to do different things every time out, which I love. I'm like, I would as much as I want to see Deck's story continue and the synth lady. There's something kind of cool about the idea that maybe this could all be, especially like, okay, we get all the aliens, Weyland-Yutani, the walkers. You know, we saw her come out in the big walker to fight at the end, which I loved. Right? I thought it was kind of cool of an idea to be like, I wonder if he's leading to some big ensemble that's going to connect things we've seen from all of his movies. Because in the beginning, I don't know if you noticed this, when he was in his ship and the brother was like, you got to pick a place, you got to fucking go somewhere and hunt this shit, man. On the interface, on the ship's interface, the first figure he brings up is Amber Midthunder from Prey. It's like a Native American girl with a tomahawk. And I was like,
cool.
oh shit, there's a little Predator connection. And I was like, oh, I'm willing to bet there are like Killer of Killers things somewhere too. We've seen the different skulls in the ship. We saw the the one alien skull from the aliens from Independence Day. There was like an ape skull that I'm willing to bet is from Planet of the Apes. Like, I'm wondering if
Dinosaur
there's
skull.
yes, if there's going to be a mishmash where he's going to pull from his different Predator movies and kind of I hate to say this, but like Avengers, you know, like, you know, you bring in all these different elements.
Team up.
Team up.
That's what I thought was going to happen at the end of this movie. Before Deck said, "It's my mother in that ship," I thought it was going to be the pilot from the end of Killer of Killers.
Oh yeah,
with the one-armed samurai guy with him.
Yes, that would have been
I
badass.
thought it was going to be them in that ship, but well, it still could be, but because for all he knows, that's the ship of his family, and he expects that his mother is in it. But
Yes.
maybe those guys are in it.
And too, remember, Killer of Killers had that added Easter egg scene where it was revealed they had on ice Dutch, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and Danny from Predator 2. So they could totally come back. I could see him bringing like Arnold Schwarzenegger out of retirement, bring Danny Glover back. Like, you get all the Predator people, just jam them in, man. Let's get a big old Predator movie in here, you know? Like, I could see it happening.
Soon.
Yeah, Danny's not moving around too well.
TikTok, yeah.
They just get waxed at the beginning of the next one.
I did want to say, Mark touched on it briefly. You had the gripe about the synth kind of turning on him and stuff. I actually liked that. I had one gripe, and it was fully surface level. I thought the walker, as cool as it was seeing the walker, I wanted more from that action scene. I felt like for whatever reason, he shot it really weird, and I was like, I almost can't tell that that's what I'm looking at a certain point. I really wanted some big, punchy, wide shots of them fighting. But this is purely nitpicky crap. I'm doing it merely for conversation. People don't get mad at me. But I was gonna say, if you guys had any other gripes,
didn't it feel like it was going to be some like big Godzilla-esque fight between the Kalisk and
the walker
mech?
Yes,
yeah,
that's
and
what I
was just
thought.
like, crap, it's over.
Yeah, that was my only gripe. I wanted more mech. That's a good note. Patrick, did you have any gripes from the movie?
Yeah, it's a little small, I think, and in the end, it doesn't really matter too much. But I got to say, Thea, having so much knowledge about the creatures on this planet, and having quite a lot of knowledge about the Yautja, the predator species. I'm pretty sure in fact, definitely, the audience figured out that Bud is a baby Kalisk before our two main characters did.
Yeah.
And when we figured it out, I wondered, well, maybe Thea knew this also, and I was disappointed that she didn't know. I would have forgiven her or the movie if by the time Deck figures it out, she says, "Oh, I knew all along. You just didn't ask me." I would have forgiven some sort of response like that from her, like, "You didn't ask, so I didn't tell you." But I definitely was a little disappointed that she didn't know, and he was the one who had to tell her. Other than that,
Interesting. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Because I really enjoyed Bud. I really enjoyed the relationship developing between him and Deck. And the movie did solve the biggest problem that I had for the first half of it. Just as any story naturally should. Deck is insufferable in the first half of the movie for me. Like seeing the minutia and the family politics of the Yautja species, like they're such warrior meathead assholes that they're like caring about their personal politics was becoming like too much of an ask for me in this fantasy story where, like you said, these characters are not known for speaking, and now we hear their family arguments. That's a lot to get into. But the whole point of him in the story is that he learns, and that he opens up, and he learns to trust other species, and not only bring a trophy. The trophy that he brings back is not the trophy that he went for, and he surpassed bringing home the head of a Kalisk that he befriended a Kalisk, and now they are friends together. That's
Yeah.
beautiful for me.
I
Yeah.
also thought it was a
So,
badass idea to be like, you know that fucking thing on the Killer Death Planet? That's my pet, bitch. I don't
Yeah,
know
exactly.
what's more badass than that.
Yeah. Dad, you're afraid of this? Guess what? It's gonna cut you in half.
Yes.
It's gonna chew you up.
I also loved
And
the
it
way
regenerates.
that the dad predator had like the two, like the fucking Anthrax band, like the fucking little two mini pony goatees. I thought that was a really funny touch. Dude, I gotta say, did you guys see this normal large format? How did you see the movie? How did you experience it?
Oh, yeah. So I go to a Cinemark near me also.
Oh, nice.
That's in fact there are two Cinemark theaters that are close to me that I wind up going to often. So I did get to go see it in XD. Their their XD room, their extra dollars room.
I love extra dollars, dude. The XD room.
Also,
Also,
it
I
just so
love
happened to be the showtime that was most convenient, but
Yeah.
Because frankly the shape of the theater itself is different, but I don't notice a big difference between that room and some of the other rooms in the theater that I go to. But whatever. Yeah.
Oh, dude, for me, I mean, also, by the way, Twinimark. It's rare we get another Cinemark person on the show, so I see you.
Yeah.
I see you, and I Twinimark. For me, it's night and day because my normal screening rooms at my theater, I have a more outdated Cinemark. So this is clearly a Cinemark that they sort of did at the turn of the century in the year 2000. It was like a fashionable
Oh,
Cinemark.
okay,
And the
okay.
only new AV quality with the nice seats and the whole rigmarole is the XD. It's the one thing that is brought up current that feels like, hey, we got this in 2020. Look at how badass we are. We've got the premium sound, the gigantic screen, the plushy seats. We got the table so you can put your shit on. If I go across the hall, welcome back to the year 2000. Like, and not in a fun way. Like, I went to go see recently Back to the Future 40th anniversary, which I'll talk about
cool.
later.
Awesome.
And I was very excited. I wanted to see 40X. That wasn't going to happen because the 40X near me was like 3 hours away. And IMAX was not going to happen. That was 2 hours away. So I was like, what does Cinemark have? I thought for sure XD. Didn't go XD. So I saw Back to the Future in a normal format, just straight up normal. And at my ghetto-ass theater, it was fine. Like, it was cool.
The screen tiny?
No, the screen is like normal, but it's like once you've been in the XD room, you know,
Yeah.
it's tough because I know across the hall is the real movie theater, and I'm in the 2000s movie theater.
Okay.
So I'm like, hey, why is this like this? Anyway, I saw this in XD, and it was fucking glorious. The sound rattled all the seats. It was like when those ships would come in, it was like, dude, seats were vibrating. It was crazy. Mark, how did you? I'm imagining you went IMAX.
I went IMAX, yeah, and it was
Lucky bastard.
amazing.
Yep.
The sound, they updated the sound system in the IMAX on 68th, and it's very positional now. It's fantastic, yeah.
Oh, it's
I
fucking
really
great.
appreciated the sound design and the image quality.
Mark, did you bring back some kebabs from Turkey? You were eating a kebab in the theater while the movie was going on.
Wrapped in foil.
Dude, okay, here's something. I went on I've been on a fast, so to kind of recover from that trip to Turkey, I was
cleansing
smelling
fast.
so many different foods that people had brought in. Someone brought in this, like, it smelled like a delicious sandwich, and I was just there like, oh, I'm starving.
I'll never forget, dude, going to see X-Men Days of Future Past. It was like on a summer Friday at Union Square Theater. I sat next to a guy who brought a fucking burrito from Chipotle.
Uh-huh.
It smelled so good, and I want to reveal that I was actually that guy. That was me. I brought it. Sorry.
And that guy was me.
It was
My wife
delicious.
and I
I can
bring-
confirm. I watched Wolverine kick ass, and I ate a burrito. It was great.
My wife and I have brought in food often into movie theaters.
Hell yeah, dude.
Specifically, I remember we went to go see the more recent Murder on the Orient Express,
Oh, yeah.
and we brought in supermarket sushi.
Amazing. Oh my god, that's great. Wait, were you like using chopsticks and shit in the theater?
No.
Oh, you were
no.
just growing in with hands.
Fingers.
Oh
fingers
yeah,
away.
okay, okay. I was like, dude, that's coordination because you can't
Yeah.
see and you're using fucking chopsticks to pick up. Yeah, okay. Amazing. I gotta say, obviously, I've talked a bit about Elle Fanning. I really loved her, but I gotta say, dude, Mark, you touched on this briefly. It's so cool and so simple how they achieve the Predator look in this movie that it's like a guy in a physical suit with a CG face, and it works so well. Like, I forgot I was looking at CG. Like, it was just a real Predator to me. I never once doubted it. The motion tracking on him was really good. It's not like you could see little errors or anything. You know, in some of those newer Star Wars movies, you could be like, that's a stunt double. They glued Hayden Christensen's face onto him. There he is. Here it was like, it's the Predator, the guy I've been tracking the whole time. There he is. He looks fucking awesome. I was so thrilled with how they realized that.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
very expressive.
Yes, super expressive and kind of cool that they went like, I think in today's world, it would have been such an easy pass for them to be like, well, Mandalorian is a guy who wears a helmet and everybody loves him. We could put on a cool Predator helmet on him. We don't have to have the gnarly face, but it was a choice for them to be like, no fucking helmet. It's just that gnarly ass fucking face, and you forget about it. Like, you look at him and he just looks normal. Like, at a certain point, I didn't even see this. You know what I mean?
Right.
I never even thought in my life as a Predator fan that I would connect and feel the emotions with the Predator, especially after it's just been this killing machine for so long. So that was
Yes.
like a very pleasant surprise.
100%. And also,
Yeah.
too, I was thinking about this because of Alien versus Predator, because people were like, the Predator's not a good guy. The Predator. I was like, dude, in Alien versus Predator, they're basically treated like the good guys. Remember, towards the end of that movie, the
They are.
enemy of my enemy?
My enemy is
Yes.
my friend.
Your favorite fucking quote. So, like, yeah, exactly. They start to treat the
Holy
Predator like the hero of the movie. So that kind of positions them, because the xenomorphs are gone, man. They are just... They
They're
are
assholes.
wild, feral assholes, right? They're never gonna be... You're never gonna get the fucking Goonies version of little xenomorphs running around like, oh, they're so sweet. Like, no. The Predators are gonna be the heroes. They're the more civilized of the two, right?
Yeah. The Predators have a more humanoid looking physique and anatomy. Deck was so expressive with how his eyes moved, because
Yes.
the Predator eyes are so far in set, but like the center of them are so bright that watching them dart back and forth just added so much expression to the physicality that the person wearing the suit had. It was impressive, yeah. That there were many moments where it looked real.
Yes.
Yeah. Deck's personality, him being so arrogant and so proud, but yet also being so downtrodden, lent to some of my favorite moments from the movie. It's one line that he says to Thea, and then it's a callback with Tessa talking the same line back to Deck. If you guys remember, Deck is talking to Thea while she's trying to put her legs back on, and he's saying, "This is a very important moment. It's a very important day," and she's saying, "Yes, it is," meaning like, "Yeah, I get to finally put my legs back on." And he says, "No, you get to witness me claiming my trophy. It'll be an honor for you. Remember." And him, the timing, like they were able to animate and connect the character to have timing and well delivered dialogue, even though he's not speaking English. He's not speaking any real language, and his eyes and his posture, and then it had a really great callback later on when Tessa has Deck strapped onto the operating table, and they're experimenting on him, and she tells him, "I'm going to operate on you, and we're going to test all these things with you. This will be an honor for you." and it just
Oh shit, yeah.
it just drove back all of his pride and his short-sightedness and his lack of empathy, and that's right before they start torturing him and hurting him. It that was the first thing that really made me feel for him and put me on his side. So it all worked so well because of stuff like that.
That's a great
And
call.
also that scene when he kind of first tells a joke, you can see like the crack in his serious facade.
Yes.
And you're like, oh, it's cool. Who would have thought that we'd be watching a predator crack a joke and it's actually a funny scene?
And it
you know?
works.
It works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah.
Dude, yeah. Because also, too, when you have characters, I hate that in movies or TV shows where this is one of my big bugaboos. Every time I see it, I'm like, I fucking hate this. Is when a character's supposed to be funny in a scene, but they don't give him anything funny to say, but everyone reacts like, and then he'll tell a lame ending to a joke. Like the first thing some asshole on set says is like, say something random and be like, and then the pants were yellow, and everybody goes, ha 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 ha. Fuck that shit. That's lazy shit. It's not funny. If you actually put a real joke there, if you think for 2 seconds, you put a real joke there, it's actually also funny for us, the audience, not just the characters in the scene. And that joke that Deck tells is actually funny. My audience laughed and was laughing with him. And I think because we're not just passively watching people on screen laugh, we too are laughing. It endears us. It endears him to us. We all of a sudden we connect, right? So important. Screenwriters, if you listen to the show, stop doing that. Put a real fucking joke there. It pisses me off. It's so lazy. Jesus Christ. Okay.
I was in I was in a community theater stage production of Stalag 17, which is a prisoner of war dramatic comedy. And there was one particular moment in the show where one of the new POWs is brought into the barracks, and he does like impressions of celebrities of the day. He does Gary Cooper, he does Jimmy Stewart. And the guy that was cast in our production didn't do voices at all. And so we still had to react as if he was doing very good impressions. And so our characters were like laughing, yeah, great voice or whatever. And
you said great voice, man.
Yeah, thanks, keep it up, dude. But
that was the improv.
it occurred to me halfway through the production, like doing it so often, I realized, okay, he's not actually selling it like the character is supposed to be selling it. What that does now is that it reflects back on us characters being so entertainment starved and being so weary from being in the winter in Germany in a wooden barracks. Like any scrap, we are struggling to hang on to any positivity. So that's how I took a moment like that.
Oh,
that's
very deep, and that's a great perspective on that.
But it's never the situation.
No, I'm talking about like when it's like How I Met
about.
Your Mother, which is a comedy show, by the way, that I don't find funny. But they at least attempt to give people jokes. There's always one fucking dumb moment where a character comes in like they're in the middle of a hilarious story, and the thing they're saying is not funny, but everyone else in the scene is reacting like it's funny. And it drives me so insane that I could get in my car and drive through a Walmart with like reckless abandon, like and just drive through the store killing people, because that's how insane it makes me.
Missing the physical media section.
Definitely dodging the
Steer
physical
clear
media.
of that.
Stop. Get out. Check. Is that a Dogma Steelbook? Get it?
Oh, Steelbooks.
Yes, Steelbook. Mm-hmm. Dude, let's get a Church of Phil Steelbook. All right.
Hey, sure.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Autographic cover.
Be proud to add that to my steel collection.
Totally. There's so many designs that could happen. Yes.
Any last things, other things you guys wanted to add or say about Predator Badlands? Mark, anything else you wanted to add about the movie?
I would say if you are getting those stories in your feed that are kind of doubting this movie or creating this bullshit that it's like, oh, it shouldn't be part of the Predator series or it's Disney-fied, don't listen to that crap. It's a really fun movie and you'll miss out on a very entertaining experience, and you should probably see it, like Matt was saying, in a large format. And you should see it soon, because I noticed usually it gets like what, 2 weeks. So
If
if you
that,
get a
no,
chance to
this
see it on the
1
big
week,
screen,
this week it's leaving because
oh shit,
we've got two giant releases that are going to be fighting for the large formats, which are The Running
Damn
Man.
it.
Fuck yeah. And then Now You See Me, Now You Don't, which I'm sorry to admit that I am a guilt. Those are guilty pleasure movies for me. I'm sorry. I like magic.
Is it that
I'm
magic
sorry.
show? Oh yeah, I do.
I like
do
those
love that
movies.
series.
I'm sorry. I'm only human, folks. Yes, those two movies are going to come in and take all the large format times, PLF times away from Predator Badlands. So get there before Thursday night if you want to see.
By the way, I
this
agree
thing
with you,
big.
Matt. It does feel like a summer blockbuster, and I feel as though it's a disservice that it's getting booted out so quickly. You know,
I know these movies used to have time, dude. Speaking of summer blockbusters, it even has a shot. I laughed my ass off in the best way. I was laughing with the movie because I was enjoying myself. There's a fucking shot of the Predator deck walking away in slow motion from an explosion. That's the most 90s action movie thing that I could think of. I see you, Dan Trachtenberg. I know what you're doing. You made a 90s action movie, and I appreciate it. I'm telling you, we even get that moment. When that happened, I was like, this is a 90s action movie. This is fucking crazy.
it had a lot of Rambo moments in it too, which
Oh,
was really
totally.
cool.
Yes, yeah.
And of course, the beginning's like a callback to Conan the Barbarian. It has like a lot of really cool movies it takes influence from, but blends it together really well, which I enjoy.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Patrick, anything you want to add? Any last notes, things you want to bring up?
Yeah. I got one big thing to bring up for me. Elle Fanning is incredible in this, playing two separate characters, two purposefully different characters, and it's so much fun to see her play both of them. It was especially exciting for me when Thea pretends to be Tessa in that moment near the end of the movie.
That was great.
It was great. She finally realized, well, it's never said, but it's totally stated that they're built to look look identical. Just one was kept in a lab and one is kept out, like with other people and other creatures and things. So that was so much fun to see. Even more fun that it doesn't work.
Yeah.
And that blood is a big giveaway just a moment later. But her thinking of doing that was brilliant. It's especially fun to see her in this, talking about sisterhood, when she and Dakota Fanning like had such not even rival or parallel careers, but it was a big deal when suddenly, like, there was another one of them in movies, and they haven't really done anything together much. Like they did the English language dub for My Neighbor Totoro when they were very, very young. They haven't acted together, so the point of her playing a character, that sisterhood and companionship and like being a sibling is a running theme through all this movie. Meant a lot to me, and I appreciated seeing that.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that.
Totally.
That's actually very cool. That's a very cool takeaway.
Because Deck and Kui,
yes.
Kui dies defending him, and his last moment is spent getting Deck to safety in the ship and telling the ship to take off as soon as possible. So I really appreciated like seeing another sibling relationship being shown in the story. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, by the way, I do like how it bookends too, with how the father dies is very similar to how the brother gets killed.
Yes. Yes. And I do hope I do hope that they do continue this story in some way. I think it's worth it, especially you have such a strong cast of characters that audiences clearly like. I think you'd be a little bit silly to not give us something else with them. But who knows,
especially
man?
if it's set up.
Yeah, dude. Dan Trachtenberg's a wild card. I don't know, man. He could be like, fuck it. The next movie is going to be my team-up movie. Or fuck it. Next one's going to be a black and white noir set in like the 1930s with a predator detective. I don't know, man. At this point, I would see it. I really would. Um,
Yeah.
There you go. It's feeling like a big old wreck from each of us to check out the new Predator Badlands. Wait, Mark, we
Absolutely.
talked to Patrick about it, and I said a little bit. Where does Badlands rank in your Predator movies?
Mine's probably, I guess, one. I think I've watched two more than one, so I might put two as number one as number two, and this one is three.
Dude, that's awesome.
All right.
This guy killed Danny, and he's gonna fall. I fucking love that shit. I could quote all the Danny Glover from Predator. No, man, I want to talk to King Willie tonight. My shit. I love that shit. Anyway. God damn it, keys. Okay, sorry, everybody. Dude, anytime I watch the Lethal Weapon movies, I'm the worst because I'll wind up quoting Murtaugh all week, just all week, because I love Danny Glover. I love Danny Glover so much.
Me too.
So there you go. A big old wreck from each of us for Predator Badlands. All right, guys, shall we do some wrecks? Let me play this.
I'm gonna wreck it, wreck it, wreck it, wreck it, wreck, wreck, wreck. I'm gonna wreck it, wreck it, wreck it, wreck it, wreck, wreck, wreck.
Well, I'm on facts, not recommendations, but thank you.
I was watching the podcast.
Mark, did you remember that guy in Turkey, the podcast guy?
I can't ever forget that dude. He just creeps up in my mind every now and then.
I also know that Dave, our buddy Dave, the Aussie from Love of Cinema, listens to this show. I know he does. Dave, drop the docs. We want to know who this is. I want
I was watching the podcast.
that guy on the show. So you heard it here first, folks. We're going to try. Everybody go harass Dave. We want the podcast.
Or that guy
Yeah.
can call back in if he wants to.
Or he could call back in. I will gladly do. Or I'll do a fucking call-in style show, like it's 1990s Playboy After Dark. That fucking guy can call in, and we will talk to him live on the phone, however he wants to do it. It's been a while since we've done this on the show, so I finished my big thing at work, so I actually had time to watch things. I know the last couple of episodes I've been late. I've been like, I've got 2 wrecks. I've got one. I got some fucking wrecks this week. Mark's got some wrecks this week. I'm sure our guest has some wrecks. So here's what we're going to do. Since we have guests, I think if we do round robin, it's okay. That it will take a very long time. So maybe what we'll do is you know what? How about this? I was going to say, Mark, let's list all of yours, and I'll list all of mine. But since Patrick M might step back a bit, how about we do this? Mark and I will go back and forth, and if Patrick M wants to jump in on some shit, let's do this, Marcus. Since you just went to Turkey and you came back and you survived your Turkish adventures, why don't you do the first wreck of the week, buddy? What do you got?
All right. This one's actually one I'm super excited to wreck, especially you, Matt, because I think you'll know this movie. I kind of did it like early morning cartoon style. So since I'm a bit jet lagged, I watched just early at like 7 a.m. I watched the new Death Stalker. That movie is so much fucking fun. The physical effects are great. The story's hilarious. You don't want it to end. It has a lot of references to that era. And it does it so well. It's just, if you like Army of Darkness, you'll have a blast. If you like Willow, you'll really enjoy it. It's like stylized in a really fun way. All the jokes hit. The theme song has been stuck in my head since I've watched it.
Fuck.
It's just a great movie. It's like, I don't know. It's like, it's a perfect nostalgia piece, but it's also a good movie on its own. I'm telling you, if you like fun fantasy, kind of horror, just ridiculous gore, fun physical effects, this is the movie to watch. And I'm not going to say anything about it because I don't want to ruin it. And the cast is great. They're all fun characters. It kind of reminds me a bit of Predator Badlands. You got this mishmash of really fun characters coming together, and they're going on an adventure, and it's ridiculous, and it doesn't take itself seriously. It's just so much goddamn fun. As soon as I finished watching it, I wanted to watch it again. It's really good.
Fuck, dude.
So check out Death Stalker.
You goddamn know I will. It's the guy, it's our buddy Steven Kozansky, who made Psycho Gorman, Frankie Frico.
Awesome.
He helped co-direct The Void. I love him. Psycho Goreman's like one of my favorite things that's come out in life in like the last 10 years. I cannot wait for Deathstalker. I cannot fucking wait. I'm so
So
jealous.
far,
you
this
got
is
to
his
see it.
#1 film, dude. So you gotta see it.
It's even better than Psycho Goreman?
Oh,
Holy
much better.
shit.
Yeah.
Oh
Awesome.
my god.
It sounds like a lot of fun. Have
I'm
you guys
at
seen
I love
Frankie
Psycho
Pico yet?
Goreman.
Yes, we
Pardon?
actually went. We were in LA. This
yeah.
was last year, and we got to
Frankie
see
Frico?
Frankie Frico
Okay.
in a theater. We got to see it at the Alamo with a few of the crew members in attendance.
That's awesome. That's cool.
Because it was like the one LA screening they were having, and we happened to run into it. So we got to see Frankie Frico on the big screen with an audience and eating a bunch of chips and
Which was
queso,
great.
which we're supposed to do. I love Frankie Frico as well. To me, Psycho Goreman is like the top. So to hear that Deathstalker is even better, I'm at it. Dude, I went from 6 to midnight. I'm fucking ready. Let's go. I can't
Dude,
wait.
you'll
want to
rewatch it over and over. It's super
God
fun.
dang it, Bobby! I can't wait to watch this. God dang it, Bobby! You them two boys been a whacking in my tool shed.
That's a clean burning hell, I tell you what.
Okay, my turn. Holy shit, I am wildly jealous that you watched Deathstalker. Okay. Well, I'm gonna lead off with a Mark rec. I thought it was only suitable since my buddy went away to another country. I should watch a movie he recommended. Mark, we talked a little bit about this before. I watched Caught Stealing, the new Darren Aronofsky movie.
Yes.
And I really liked it a lot. In fact, since I watched it, I think I watched it last Thursday. I've been thinking about it every day since I watched it.
Oh, wow.
People who listen to the show
Damn.
know I'm not an Aronofsky fan. I find him way too dour and self-serious, and all the movies that people love of his I hate, and we like to mock him in good fun. I have liked some things he's made. I liked The Wrestler. I liked Black Swan. I really liked this a lot, dude, because I also love those up all night NYC gritty movies. One of my favorite movies ever, in fact, it's my favorite Scorsese movie, is After Hours.
After Hours, yes.
And this
It's
movie is
brilliant.
amazing. If you love After Hours, you
do.
have to see Caught Stealing
I want
because
to. Want to.
one of the characters in the movie, the guy who owns the bar, is played by Griffin Dunn, who is the star of After Hours. Wait, it gets better. He has a bar. It's where the fucking Elvis kid works. I don't remember his name. Austin Butler.
Sure,
Austin
yeah.
Butler.
Where Austin Butler works. The name of the bar is Paul's Bar. Paul was the character's name from After Hours. He's
that's
playing the
awesome.
same guy from After Hours.
That's cool.
It's so fucking cool. If you're a fan of that movie, if you're a fan of After Hours, you have to see Caught Stealing.
After Hours rules.
It's fucking
I hope he
awesome.
finally gets. I hope Paul finally got his plaster of Paris bagel and cream cheese paperweight.
If he did, he doesn't show it in this movie, but he does have a few other things that I was like, oh my god. It's not only is his name Paul, and it's Paul's Bar, and it's obviously a movie that's emulating After Hours. There's one joke that's clearly like, it's blatantly Paul from After Hours. It's fucking
wow.
awesome. It's just a fun little Easter egg. The movie is great. I think I liked it a lot because it was not like an Aronofsky movie. There are moments that are very sad and very touching. But I stress that touching. It's not just like sad for misery's sake. It's like
Sure, yeah.
you like the character, so you feel bad for him. It kind of reminded me. It has a very like Lock, Stock, Snatch era Guy Ritchie underworld thing happening, but it's also got this cool like gritty 80s New York City video store vibe. I really dug it. It's got some shocking violence in it. Like there are twists and turns in this that I was not expecting. I won't give them away because I think it's worth checking out. I think it's kind of sucks that people slept on this movie. It didn't really see it. The good news is it's a Sony movie. So that means it's going to be going to Netflix very soon. And I think it will definitely find an audience there for sure. But dude, great
I'm
rec.
so glad you liked it.
I
That's
really
awesome.
liked it a lot. I just thought it was so. Also, as a former New Yorker, I loved seeing like Kim's video. I got really nostalgic.
Yeah, that was
seeing-
such a cool touch.
Love that. I love seeing Alphabet City. I obviously loved all the ties to After Hours. It was great to see Coney Island, to see that whole area. I even got nostalgic seeing the Hasidic guys. It was awesome. Really good movie. It made you think. It wasn't just this. I thought it was going to be like a romp, like, haha, we're having fun. And it is that a little bit once things get going. And there's some funny shit in it. There's these two Russian guys. They're hilarious in it. Especially this one guy who's like a total dick. But by the end of the movie, you really feel for the character, the main character. So, good shit, man.
He goes through some crazy shit. And the
Really
trailer is
crazy
very
shit.
deceptive, too, I felt. I was
Yes.
very happy with that.
Yeah, 100%. I'm really glad I watched it. It was one I have like a running list of Mark Recs, and I always try to pick one, and that was the one I picked. I was like, I want a new movie, and so I picked Caught Stealing, and I'm glad I did.
Yes.
Mark?
That movie fucking kicks ass.
All right. What do you got next, man? What do you got next?
I got a 52 pickup.
Oh,
I've heard a lot about it, and I've seen it pop up on lists,
Frankenheimer.
but I've never really watched it, and it was like a really damn good movie. I was surprised I hadn't seen it, and I'd been going through this like whole like old school movie kick, and I finally got around to seeing it, and I won't say anything about it because it's just a really good movie. I highly recommend it. I think it should score higher on IMDb and some other platforms. It's really fun, but
And
it's
great
I don't know,
casting as
it's
well.
nice. Yeah, the great cast. It's nice to see like older movies that have I don't know, the characters just feel a lot more complex, and so do the
Yes.
stories. So
Yeah.
anyway, check that movie out.
Yeah, dude,
kicks ass.
they're definitely not making movies for like a 4-quadrant audience. They're not trying to just like market to people in malls. They're like, no, we want to make this seedy fucking movie where the main guy has like real problems. Like,
Yeah.
and that was okay. You know what I mean? Like, that's fucking cool. I do miss those days.
Roy Scheider is the star, so you know it's for adults.
Fuck yes.
Oh yeah.
Fuck yes.
And he rules. That guy's
I love
awesome.
him. Chief Brody. I will say really quick, I went on a big Chief Brody kick a couple years ago, and I tried to watch as many Roy Scheider movies as I could. So I absolutely love Roy Scheider. He's become one of my like top 3 favorite actors. If you come across a movie called Night Game, don't bother. Don't bother.
Oh, okay.
It's got a
I was gonna write it down. Just about to
No,
write it down.
don't. You will be so upset. It's got a great premise. You think it's going to be awesome. It's like a cop movie where Roy Scheider's chasing a serial killer that is targeting people at baseball games late at night, go to night games. I was like, oh my God, baseball, serial killing, Chief Brody. I was like, this movie was made for me. It sucks. Don't bother. Don't get fooled is what I'm saying. Don't bother with Night Game. Okay.
Thank you for the warning.
I briefly touched on it earlier. I did check out Back to the Future for its 40th anniversary. I saw it in my schmo theater with the schnooks, and it was very small. But it was still fucking awesome because I'm of the age where I was like 2 when the first movie came out. And I got to see Back to the Future 2 and 3 because those both came out so close together. I got to see those in the theater. But I never got to see the first one in the theater. So to me, as a kid growing up, Back to the Future 2 was my Back to the Future 1. Back to the Future 3 was my Back to the Future 2. And it took a while for my babysitter, who was super cool at the time, who would rent movies for me, to tell me what a fuck up I was. To be like, no, dude.
Oh,
We have to watch 1 first. That's because I was like, that's so cool that we're seeing him go into the past. She's like, dude, that movie that he's going back into, that exists as its own movie. that's the movie you got to watch. And I blew my little mind. So I actually saw the original 3rd. And so it was the one I never got to see. And I have, as you guys know, I have a big screen bucket list that I keep track of. These are movies that I've tried to see, especially in specialty programs when they're re-released, to try to catch them with an audience on the big screen. So there was no fucking way I was going to miss this. I saw it like the day after Halloween. I could not bring myself to see it on Halloween. I was like, this is Halloween. I can't fucking go to see Back to the Future. This flavor doesn't go here today. So I went the day after, and it was cool. In spite of the smaller theater, still had a great audience. It was cool to see. I'm getting very nostalgic and sentimental in my old age. It was cool to see young kids for the first time experience the movie and be like blown away by what they were seeing. Like, what the fuck? Like, kids like freaking out. It was awesome. Christopher Lloyd fucking steals it. God, he's good.
absolutely.
That whole ending, that was the one thing that I regretted. I was like, oh, because I thought if I go see 4DX, it'll be like being on the Back to the Future ride, right? That's what I want. That's really all I want. I just want the ride, right? I didn't get that. But I was imagining how crazy that ending was when he's on the clock tower dangling and the lightning's going off. I was like, that 40X shit's going crazy right now, blowing wind around in the room and like lightning flashes and shit. Anyway,
The water spray to the face.
yes, the stream of questionable water to the face. It was still awesome to see. Great. It was great. Also great to see it with great sound. The sound kicked ass. So yeah, it was awesome. If it's still playing near you and you're a big fan of Back to the Future, or you just want something to go watch, you can't go wrong, man. It's a classic. You see it on the big screen, especially if you're like me, if you've never seen it on the big screen before. Mark, you've seen this on the big screen, I'm sure.
I have, yeah. I saw it at the Walter Reed. They did I watched the whole trilogy back to back, which was amazing.
I hate my small town. I hate it.
I was able to see it on a big screen shortly after the DVDs came out. A friend of mine and I went to Los Angeles, and there was one of those small revival theaters showing it, and it was great then. I gotta ask, which version did they show you? Did it say the end, or did it say to be continued at the end of the movie?
We got the end.
Awesome. Yeah, cool.
We got the end. It was one of two techie things I noticed. The end.
Okay, yeah.
And also in the beginning, I don't know how well you know like the minutia of the movie, but there's a scene where I swear they got the sound a little fruity. Like when they're like in the beginning and the lady's like, "Save the clock tower." Right? And he's hanging out with his girlfriend and she's like, "Marty, you got to send your tape in to the record executives. You're great." And she's like, "You're going to go away this weekend." There's a whole thing. Underneath their dialogue, it's usually very faint, but there's the slightest hint of Huey Lewis playing the song, and then when they kiss, you hear the power of love.
Yeah, right.
Okay, but now somebody fucked up, because when they're talking, the sound is building. You can hear the to the point where it feels like it's competing with dialogue a little bit, where I was like, huh? And then it kicked in really loud when they kissed, and I was like, "Oh, it seems like a sound fuck up." So that was.
They got the guy that mixes Christopher Nolan's films to do it.
Yes, seriously, they did.
Step on the dialogue with the song.
Yes, dude, that's the way it felt. The fade in comes in like really awkwardly, but yeah, still super cool. I also expected. All right, I'm gonna be this guy. It's the 40th anniversary. It's a big deal. I would have thought, dude, okay, before Predator Badlands, I had a fucking message from Dan Trachtenberg. Like,
oh, shit. We didn't get any.
Wow.
Because I went early. I went on Thursday first showing. We had a message from Dan Trachtenberg that was like, "Thanks for being among the first to see Predator Badlands." And I was like, "Oh, yeah. Oh, right." Like, but then, okay, so I'm like, 40th anniversary of Back to the Future. I'm expecting at least a Biff, right? Or a Leah Thompson, somebody to be like, "Happy 40th anniversary, everybody," right?
Yeah.
Nothing. You got nothing. There was no special
No
stuff.
merch either?
No merch. I rolled up. I thought, at least a poster. Can I get a poster? Because I was like, that could be dope to have a 40th Back to the Future poster on my wall, and I'll frame it. No, I walked up. I was like, "Got any posters?" And the guy was like, "What?" So like, why are you asking me for free shit, basically? No swag, no message. It's just the movie.
You know,
Dude, how
what kind of,
crazy it that all these are getting like nothing.
Nothing.
There's like these are like major movies that are having major milestones, and
Yes!
there's like nothing
Right.
at any of these.
It's not a
Yeah.
fuck around date. It's the 40th. It's a fucking big year, right?
There's two specific things I want to say about that, and I'll say the more amusing one first, and then I'll say a sadder one after that. A kind of cameo introduction that would really amuse the hell out of me would be Crispin Glover introducing the movie.
Would
and
be great.
Saying something like, "Hey, you, put your damn hands together for the 40th anniversary of Back to the
That would be
Future."
fucking great.
That'd be
That's
That would be
great.
great.
That would be
He would
great.
never do that. He
Nope.
would never do that because it would be like selling out his artistic integrity that he's, he's
Never in a
building up as
million
weirdo.
years would he do that.
That-
Yep.
Never in a million years. But like that really amuses me to think about that. But seeing as this is the 40th anniversary of this movie, and most of the primary cast is still alive and ticking. it's going to get really sad, guys. There will be a time very soon where Michael J. Fox will not be able to celebrate this movie with us.
I know.
And we're gonna regret that. And
Yeah.
they should at least be acknowledging his work. Maybe not even him right now, but his work. Like,
yes.
Yes.
100%. Or even like,
Yeah.
I'm right there with you. I thought it would have been such a nice touch because I know they were there during the opening of the Back to the Future ride at Universal, and there exists footage of him and Christopher Lloyd together being like, Back to the Future, pointing and saying that to the camera. I'm like, that's it. You clip that and you make that the welcome message for the movie. You see them as they once were, right?
Sure, even archival footage. Yes, totally.
Totally. Nope, we didn't get shit.
And also, Christopher Lloyd is still around, right?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Like,
almost
that's
everybody.
such a lost opportunity, and I
Yeah.
guarantee you just ask those two to come together for
They'll
some
do
kind
it.
of message, they would. Yeah.
They reappeared as Marty and Doc on Jimmy Kimmel a few years ago.
right.
Remember that? You
Yes,
could
they
go
did.
watch that
Yeah,
on
they did.
YouTube. Has 41 million views or something insane. Biff, that actor Tom Wilson, he's not doing anything. He's on YouTube. You tell me you can't get that guy, you can get him. You could totally
Or
get
even
him.
Zemeckis. Like, what's Zemeckis doing now? Didn't his last movie flop?
Yeah, he's not doing well.
So that means he's available to do a message.
Right.
Yes.
I mean, come on. It's a fucking iconic film. Like,
Dude,
why would you not?
Even Bob Gale or somebody like, or even fuck it, Huey Lewis, call him. He'll do it. Huey Lewis will be like, hey, let's go back in time. Back in time, right? Okay,
you do
great.
need a credit card to buy a ticket to see this movie.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Dude, that would be amazing. They didn't do any of that shit. It was the standard, like, welcome to Cinemark. Here's the loyalty spot. All right. Movie.
Damn, that is sad.
Yeah, it was pretty sad. It was pretty sad. Anyway, that's all right. What's next, Mark? What do you got next? That was a sad Back to the Future segment.
Speaking of
warned
sad
you.
and depressing,
I warned you.
my next film that is kind of a sad sack movie, sort of, is I saw Cutter's Way. It was another.
Oh.
I found a list of like underrated films that should have become like classics or cult classics, and
Wow.
Cutter's Way was another one on the list. And I love movies where it's kind of like just a random person encounters a strange, okay. So this is no spoiler. It starts out with this guy. His name's Richard. He's in this alleyway, and a mysterious car drives up and just dumps a body in a trash bin.
Ooh.
And from that, he's embroiled in this crazy conspiracy. The ending is kind of nuts, actually. His friend, who's this kind of like alcoholic Vietnam vet, he's kind of pushing Jeff Bridges' character to like do something. And it's I don't know. It's kind of, it's almost like a Hitchcock movie of that time, but a bit darker. Well, actually, no, Hitchcock's pretty dark, but it reminded me a lot of like, the wrong man in a terrible situation, and he has to navigate his way out of it. And does he do the right thing, or does he do the right thing and possibly destroy his life, or does he just ignore it and have a normal life? It's very cool. I highly recommend it.
Damn. Okay. Cutter's Way. I've never heard of that. I'm adding it to my list. Okay, let's see. Where do I want to go now? Oh, I'll go to one of my nerdy documentaries. I watched a nerdy documentary. It was time for me to watch another one. It's on my nerdy documentaries list. I watched Wick is Pain. It is Yes, it's the chronicling of the making of all the John Wick movies with all the cast, all the filmmakers. Dude,
wow.
I expected a generic talking head movie. No. These guys did the best thing ever if you're a fan of nerdy documentaries, and that is that they were documenting everything from the beginning. Like every day they had a camera running. I'm talking like when they got the deal to make the movie, when they're trying to cast the movie, when they're making their deal. Like, you see how much shit they went through on the first John Wick just to get it made. Like, fucking great inside baseball stuff, like the movie falling apart at the last minute, gap funding suddenly missing. Like, they have to go tell Keanu that the movie can't be made. They're supposed to shoot the next day. Like,
Damn.
insane shit. And they've got it all documented. And then you see the sort of like the love these people have for making, not just making movies, but making John Wick movies, and the commitment that Keanu has, where he's like, you know, in a movie, I think it would be easy in a doc like this for it to be a little hagiographic, like, everybody's great and everybody loves everyone and these are the best movies. No, this is the kind of documentary I love, where people are like, these movies are awesome, but they kill me, man. They fucking suck. Like, people are mad, or Keanu will yell at himself because he misses a take. You could see him get frustrated, not at other people, at himself. There's a really funny montage. They ask people, it's the one thing I'll spoil. Everything else is great, and you should totally watch it. But they're like, can you tell us about Keanu's fucks? And I was like, what did she just say? Basically, anytime Keanu fucks a take, he yells fuck really loud at himself. He looks at the floor and he goes, fuck! He gets like really mad, right? So then he'll go and he'll do it again. Like, if he's supposed to do all this crazy shit, like I got to do a flip and I got to disarm the guy and I got to shoot the guy and shoot the thing and go through the window, right? If he doesn't do it perfectly, he gets mad at himself. They do a montage of all his fucks from all four movies, from the making of all four, and it's hilarious. There's a bit where he's like trying to do the nunchuck fight from 4, and he's like, fuck, fuck, fuck. And then the next time you see him, you watch him just run through a fake window and vanish out of frame, and you just hear, fuck. It's one of the funniest things. It's great. And I mean, I love those John Wick movies, but it was really cool to see like a really well-made nerdy documentary. Because I got to tell you, a lot of the nerdy documentaries I watch are not this well made. They're not this well made. This is very well made. It's feature length. It's like 2+ hours. It's called Wick is Pain. And that's the mantra. That's the mantra they say to each other as they make these movies. Wick is pain. That's what they say to each other.
Damn, I can't wait to see this, actually. It sounds crazy.
It's fucking great. And it also confirms my suspicion that Keanu Reeves is one of the coolest motherfuckers on the planet and seems to be like a genuinely sweet person. And that he only gets mad at himself, which is like very sweet and really fucking hilarious when it happens.
He's such a hard worker.
He is, dude. They go into that. There's crazy stories from the 3rd movie and the 4th movie where they're like, is this guy gonna die? Like,
right.
It's crazy. It's on Netflix right now for free. It's called Wick is Pain, so I highly recommend it.
Man, I can't wait to see that. Yeah.
Mark, what do you got left? What do you got going on?
Oh, let's see. What do I have here? Damn. Why am I getting this name? For some reason, I have a feeling I'm getting this name wrong, but I think it's called Lonesome Rider. It's like another Bud Boddicker Western. They're like, they're really short. They're like 70-something minutes. But from what I remember reading, he would basically get a print. They were almost like C movies. And he would get this print and he would travel around different towns and show these little Western movies. And in France, he's actually considered a very good director. But he makes these like really short but solid, very simple storyline, really cool characters. They're all very stoic, but they're great. If you're in the mood for a Western, you don't have too much time. I think the main actor is Randolph Scott, but he makes amazing Westerns. And I think he did another one called 7 Men from Now. But if you get an opportunity to see a Bud Boddicker Western, you should take it. So
damn,
check that movie out.
That's a great name, Bud Boddicker.
Yeah. Sounds like a RoboCop villain.
It does, yeah.
He's actually a very good filmmaker.
I like watching his latest film, Bitches Leave. There you go. I would be remiss if I did not mention oh yeah, okay, I'll talk about this. So on our Black Phone 2 episode, our guest Derek, friend of the show Derek, recommended something that I had heard of but had no experience with, and that was something called Over the Garden Wall. I have
Oh,
since
yes.
corrected that, and I have
Ah.
watched Over the Garden Wall, and I'm here to tell you guys, I loved it.
I'm so glad you love that.
I
It's
loved
so
it,
fun.
dude. It is, and it's so good, and I loved it so much. I went and bought the series on DVD. You can only get it on
Yes.
DVD.
Yes.
It's beautifully animated. True to what Derek said on the show, it's 10 episodes, but they're like 10 minutes a piece. You could really watch it like one big movie. And the best was I was trying to describe it to somebody, another friend who didn't know anything about it. And the best way I can describe it to you is this. Because I'm still thinking about it, like what it is I saw or how the story sort of takes shape, what it's telling me. It is this is the best way I can put it. It is a dream adventure that is carved out of autumn. That's how I describe it. They took all the palette of autumn, all the imagery, the fall leaves, the pumpkins, every autumn thing you can think of, and they crafted this insane, frankly, dreamlike narrative that at times I didn't know if it was real or not, and I kind of don't think that's the point. I think you're just supposed to get swept away by the garden wall, and I loved it, man. I loved it. Also, too, it's got some of the catchiest fucking songs. I've been singing Potatoes and Molasses since I saw it. Potatoes and molasses. It's got this great old-timey feel to it. Kind of like the Little Rascals, or like, you know what it kind of reminded me of? Is almost like that Cuphead video game. It feels like
Oh yeah.
super old-timey in a fun way. It's awesome, dude. And I fully am going to make it part of my annual, like, Halloween rotation. It's prime Halloween viewing. You could still watch it now. It's really autumn. It's there's only one episode I would say that's like really Halloweenish. But it's an autumn thing. So you could watch it anytime. But it's fucking great. And I loved it. Over the Garden Wall. And you could watch it all on Hulu, by the way. It's all on Hulu.
Oh shit!
I'm
I'll have
glad
to
you
check
enjoyed
that
it.
out.
Yes.
My friends and I have been watching it for years. One of my best friends showed it to me because he recorded it when it aired for like the second time on Cartoon Network years ago, and I got to show it to my wife this year, and she had heard about it for years, just like you had, and then I finally got to show it to her, and she loved it.
Yes.
I want to add to your description was beautiful and poetic. I want to say just like as a plate and a glass set on the table that you described, it is full of melancholy and whimsy in equal measure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I didn't expect something so layered. Like, I didn't expect something so complex. I was like, oh, it's a kid's cartoon, a Cartoon Network show, like, and I mean, right
But
away.
it aired on Adult Swim, so it's not meant for kids specifically.
Yes.
Yeah.
It just, to me, the animation is just another cool component of it. It's like, hey, we couldn't realize something this insane and with real live action. We had to do it in animation. And it's also just gorgeous to look at. Like, even if you wanted to just watch it on a surface level, to be like, I'm just here for the animation, I'm just here for the imagery, you could do that. And I think you would still come away having like an amazing experience. But it really floored me. Like, I'm still reading, and I don't read too much of this stuff, but like, I've been reading analysis. Just like, it's cool for me. I'm not looking for an answer, but it's interesting to me to see different points of view about what people think happened. And I like kind of seeing people especially break down those last 3 episodes, trying to understand the ending. So it's fucking awesome. If you can spare, Mark, you could literally watch it like a movie if you wanted, but I would say I watched one a day. Like, I literally broke it up because it was like, I'd watch it and then I turned it because I was watching with Jess and she was like, let's savor it. Let's like come back each time and we have a little bit of it to look at, you know? I was like, okay.
Oh, I'll do that.
Yeah, you should totally do that. It's fucking awesome, man. Derek, if you're listening, thank you for that rec. That was great. Mark, what else you got, buddy?
I have okay, I just watched this one's kind of like cheesy and no one's gonna watch it, I bet, but just to get in on the airplane, if I'm going to a country, I'll try to watch some movies from that country.
Oh, nice.
I'm totally gonna butcher this. It's called Zorla Govenlik. I don't know. It's a Turkish movie. It's kind of like it's so dumb, but it's funny. It's a comedy. It takes place in a mall. It also almost feels very American.
Oh, weird.
'Cause it's like
Okay.
a mall during Christmas, and there's like these people trying to break into it. Anyway, I thought I'd recommend a Turkish film just for fun, and yeah, check it out if you want. You don't have to, I
I'm
guess.
trying to look it up.
But
Wait, Turkey
Yeah,
movie.
me too.
Oh, I see it. Zorla Guvenlik. I found it. Yes, the plot is to impress the woman he likes.
it's so
A
cheesy.
young man unwillingly takes a mall security job and finds himself in the middle of a New Year's Eve robbery. Not every hero wears a cape. Some wear a poorly ironed uniform. Whoa, this
By
guy.
the way, it has a really weird kind of almost. You ever see Bollywood films that has that kind of like pacing and editing style, but
Yes.
without the musical aspect?
This guy is like a Turkish Jonah Hill.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
He looks like Turkish Jonah Hill. Wait, I'll throw the link in the chat so if you guys want to find it. Wait. There you go. So for everybody at home, there you go. Link is in the chat if you guys want to check it out.
Mark, how did you decide to watch that one?
I kind of wanted to see. It was the only comedy. The rest, I think, were about like football, and I don't really watch football,
Sure.
like
Okay.
European football. I just really don't watch sports in general, I guess. So I was like, this one is kind of like easy to digest, and I was trying like maybe I could pick up some words and use it when I finally arrive, and I could talk to the locals.
Oh, that's
Drop
awesome.
one reference.
Yeah.
Yeah, one reference. That's cool.
Dude,
That's
who
good.
knows,
That's very
man?
smart of you.
Had you gotten arrested, that could have been the thing that would have gotten you out of that.
Yeah.
You could have dropped a fucking line, and that guy would have been like, "That's my favorite movie."
Yeah. Chester Abdu is one of my favorite actors.
Yeah. So there you go, Zorla Guvenlik from Turkey.
That's cool.
Deep cut. All right, I'm gonna end it here. This is my last one. This is a rewatch for me. I haven't watched this movie in 20 years, but I wanted to show it to my wife for the
wow.
first time. So if you subscribe to the Criterion channel, like I do, this month, this is a Mark month, I gotta tell you. They got Hong Kong action classics. And I started looking through the list and instantly adding things to my watch list, a lot of them I've seen. And they're movies that Mark would obsess over at Pratt, right? JSA, Breaking News. These are all like Mark movies. I've seen these movies. And you've got your hard-boiled, right? You've got your killers. You've got your Police Story 1 and 2, right? But there was something on that list. I love that Criterion does this. They're not just Criterion movies. When you hear Criterion, you think, oh, it's the pretentious Criterion channel. They're going to show you, right? But sometimes on their streaming service, it's just movies they've acquired like any other streamer. Like I love finding random shit that shouldn't be on Criterion and watching it there. Like I watched the Sabrina the Teenage Witch movie with Melissa Joan Hart because it was on Criterion channel. I was like, in what universe should this be on here? And that's why I watched it. Anyway, that was the thinking as I was going through the Hong Kong action classics list, because I'm like, I'm like, Hard Boiled's a classic, The Killer is a classic, Police Story 1 and 2, both classics. And we land on one, and I was like, I cannot believe this, of all things, is on the Criterion channel. I was like, we have to watch this. My wife had never seen it. I showed her for the first time ever Ricky O, The Story of Ricky.
Oh my
yes.
God! What? Oh boy! I really wanted. Did she like it?
I'm happy to report Jess had a great time. At first, she was not into it. At first, she was, because she doesn't like prison movies. All right, I'm sorry to tell you, it's a prison movie. I love prison movies. And I knew something that she didn't, because I told her, I said, look, Ricky O is an awesome movie. And I said, do you remember The Daily Show? Your moment of zen? There was a moment that's actually from Ricky O where the guy smashes the other guy's head. That's your moment of zen. And I was like, it's from that. She's like, I don't really care. And I was like, okay. I was like, basically what I'm trying to tell you is this is the kind of movie where physics don't matter. Where like a guy
That's right.
can punch through another man and it's completely normal. She's like,
Or
okay,
knock
whatever.
down a wall too. Yeah.
Dude, we start watching. When he punched through that guy's abdomen and pulled his intestines out to choke him, she turned to me and she was like, what the fuck is this? And then as the movie went on, she started to have more
Oh my
fun
God.
because she was realizing what kind of movie it was. I think that movie starts off so serious, in the prison system of the future. It's like all about the prison industrial complex, like we're taking these prisoners off the streets, and like it's super serious. And I was like, you have no idea that he's about to fight people like a Superman, like and punch people's heads off and shit. Dude. I don't know how
Oh my
long
God,
it's
I
been for you
can't
guys
believe
with
this.
Riccio, but there's a fight at the end of the movie where he basically pulverizes a man in a giant juicer and turns him into pulp. That's the best way I can describe it. It's a giant anime man who he turns into like a giant Hulk man. And even that guy is no match for the power of Ricky. Also, I was laughing my ass off. This was something I never remember. Because like the thing I remembered from 20 years ago was like all the crazy violence and Riccio just destroying people. Dude, the thing I laughed the hardest at this time was there's a sequence where Ricky is learning how to fight from his grandpa. Okay, at first you just think it's like a badass scene. You're like, whoa, that's so cool. He's learning how to fight in a cemetery. No, what's happening is he's learning how to fight by punching the gravestones of these people. So now, by the end of that sequence, there's no gravestone left. So I was like, there's now a bunch of unmarked graves where Riccio just destroyed all these people's headstones just in the name of training. There's a ridiculous part where the grandpa throws a headstone and Riccio just like puffs his chest out, and that's how he shatters it.
Oh wow.
It's fucking great, is what I'm saying.
By the way, was this a good copy? Is there like a 4K of it?
It's a 4K, Mark. There exists a 4K of Riccio, and it's on the Criterion
What?
channel. And I
Oh my
checked
God.
after I watched it. You can buy the 4K. It's from a
Oh
the
shit!
4K is region free. All 4Ks can be played anywhere in the world. But it comes with a Blu-ray, and that Blu-ray is region B locked. So you would need a region free Blu-ray player to play that Blu-ray disc. But if you have the 4K, you really don't need it. But
Dude, that is crazy
yes,
to see those effects in 4K.
it looked amazing. It looked so awesome. And it was just a blast because, like, we used to watch this movie at Pratt with beer and, some other things. And we used to get stoned and watch Riccio and just laugh our asses off. And it was quite an experience to be like 20 years later, a married man who doesn't smoke pot anymore because I have to take allergy meds. I don't even like to drink anymore because I feel like shit. I'm sitting there drinking a fucking tea like I'm Angela Lansbury, and I'm showing Riccio to my wife. And I'm like, look, he's about to punch that guy's jaw clean off. It was quite an experience.
It's evergreen. It's evergreen.
It really is. It
Oh,
really
yeah,
is.
That's amazing. I'm so
saw-
glad you had that experience.
I
That's
saw
awesome.
Ricky Obit because a friend of mine in high school who otherwise would pass me like horror movies, he brought me a copy of Ricky Obit to watch, and I had watched the Daily Show where they would have the guy crushing the head, bursting through the wall for a long time. I wondered like, what the hell is this movie? And I found out first, like in a chat room. I asked people, and they told me then, and so I said, okay, well now I don't know where to find it. And then my horror movie buddy passed me a copy of it during gym class.
Amazing.
And yeah, that was like 25 years ago.
Yes.
And
That's how it happens.
yeah,
That movie's like The Ring. It's just a VHS.
Yes,
tape
it
that
just gets passed
passed
around.
to
Yeah,
people.
it was
That's
the tape.
totally what happens.
totally.
Somebody,
Yeah,
I remember
I'd
at
love to-
Pratt, somebody had a bootleg in their room, like a nice bootleg of it, like a DVD. And you would show up and you'd be hanging out smoking weed in somebody's room and they'd be like, guys want to watch Riccio? And you'd be like, what the fuck is that? And they're like, just you wait.
By the way, wasn't it one of those movies that was kind of like banned, or it was like
I think so, but
X-rated for
not for the
violence? I
movie,
just remember
not
it
for
being
that
kind of
reason though.
subversive.
It was banned because of the themes. It was banned because it's about the prison industrial complex, that they're basically telling you like these prisoners are not being treated like human beings. He even says that. There was actually some crazy themes that I noticed this time around when you're not high and
very
laughing
deep.
at it. It is actually very deep. Like he comes out at one point and he's like, "You're treating us like objects. We're people. You guys are here and you're just stuffing us into cells." I was like, "Is this movie making a statement?" Like,
Sure.
Shit. Okay, I got to rewatch this now.
it's
Damn.
fucking awesome. There exists a 4K version. It looks great. And it's also one of those 4Ks that shows its grain. So, which I love that. It's so
Oh,
good.
good. Yeah.
So
Oh, good.
beautiful.
They didn't degrain it.
Nope, it's not DNR'd.
Yeah.
It looks great, and it's fucking hilarious, man. Some of the gags, and I forgot. There's so many details I forgot, like the warden guy with the like glass eye. There's just crazy shit in it. There's a lot of funny
Bowl
moments.
haircut, dude.
Yes, there's a man. There's like a Clifford. There's like a fucking Clifford. There's like a man playing a 10-year-old boy. It's very weird. He's the warden's son. It's super fucking weird. It was great. It was so great. And if you have Criterion Channel, you can just stream it right now. It's
Man,
in their
that's awesome.
Action Classics playlist. Just go through. Ricchio's at like the bottom, but it's there.
Awesome.
I wonder if Criterion's going to release their own version of it then.
I don't know. They don't release everything, obviously, that's on the service. Sometimes I think they just license things, and I think this is one of those things. They wanted to have a
Damn it.
licensed version of it for their platform so they could stream it for a bit. Because I've watched some crazy shit on there that's like not Criterion. Like I watched they had a whole 90s soundtrack month, so I watched like Grosse Point Blank and High Fidelity, and these are movies that would never be in the Criterion Channel, but like they were showing it there because they needed content to stream, you know?
Of course.
Yeah. So
Like
somebody
Armageddon's there, damn it. Let's
like
get some of
somebody
these movies in.
curated it, but they would never officially brand it part of the collection. Yeah.
Well, at least it's available somewhere. That's pretty
It's
cool.
available. That's the one thing. If it's streaming on Criterion Channel, even if it's not part of the collection proper, it looks gorgeous. They always have the best AV, and it looks fucking fantastic. So even Sabrina the Teenage Witch, the fucking movie I watched, I was like, I can't believe I'm watching this. It looked great. I was like, this is the best this movie's ever looked.
It's the
Damn.
best it will ever look.
This is the best. Yeah, it truly was. Truly was the best it will ever look. That's it for me, Mark. What's left for you, buddy?
I think that's a good way to end it. You got like we
Hell
started
yeah.
with Deathstalker and then you end with Ricchio. You know, that's a perfect bookend.
Fuck
That's
yeah.
like Predator Badlands.
Hell yeah. Yes, that's right. Just like the Predator, the Badlands. Well, we have been here. This has been an epic 2-hour journey. I want to thank our buddy Patrick McGrath, or as he's known around these parts, Patrick M. Thank you for dropping by our podcast and reviewing
Thanks
the
so
movie
much.
with us.
I'm glad
And
to.
if you are so
I'm glad it's
inclined,
worked out.
please remind the people where they can find you online if you want, and the movie, whatever you want to plug, man.
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram at PTM4000. I'm also on Letterboxd at PTM4000. This week, I just released my list of rankings for the Alien franchise and the Predator franchise.
Nice.
Now that I was able to catch up on both of them, with Badlands coming out, and I took this week to catch up with Predator Killer Killers and to prepare to see Badlands. And I also watched Alien Earth. Have you guys watched that or heard good about that?
I still haven't watched Alien Earth. That's the show, right?
Yeah, the show.
I still haven't watched it. I gotta watch it.
So I binged it this past week just in case there was like any tangential mentioning of anything related to it in Predator Badlands. There isn't. There's not. But yeah. So anyway, find me on Instagram or Letterboxd PTM4000.
Nice.
Yeah, find Church of Phil on Instagram at Church of Phil Movie. And I'm going to send a link to Matt for our Shockfest digital screening for people to check it out. And
Oh, nice.
that.
Yeah, please do. Send that to me in the email, and I'll drop it in the show notes.
I totally will. Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah. As a reminder, I want to. In the past, I know that hearing that something has won an award increases your expectations in your mind about something. But I'm so damn proud of it. I want people to judge for themselves, knowing what we've won so far. So at the Indie Vegas Film Festival, I won Best Actor.
Nice.
At CME Film Fest, the movie won Best Comedy.
Damn.
At the Central Coast International Film Festival, we won Best Ensemble. At Happy
Wow.
Fright Film Festival, we won Best Ensemble.
Damn.
And now for the upcoming Shockfest Adventure Exit Strategy, which will be happening in Las Vegas this week. We're nominated for Best Actor, Best Director, Best Comedy, and Best Feature.
Nice.
That's fantastic.
Congratulations. Shit.
Yep. So cheer us on, check us out, and stay up to date with the Instagram page because we're not completely finished with our festival run yet.
Awesome. Yeah,
Well,
man.
good luck. I bet you'll win some more awards then.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Thankfully, I hope so.
There you go. Patrick McGrath, actor, producer of Church of Phil. Go check it out. Mark, it was great having you back, buddy.
Thanks for having me again, bro. It was nice to talk to you all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. We thank all of you, of course, for joining us. That's it. We're out of here. Peace.
Peace.